It's hard to believe, but it's already officially been a decade since Alien Isolation was released. It changed the landscape of the survival horror video game genre and the Alien series as a whole. The introduction of the Amanda Ripley character not only offered the opportunity to create a story that bonded mother and daughter and created a new but very familiar experience for players, but the character instantly became a fan favorite. Her story would end up being expanded upon in novels and comics within the Alien universe, but somehow she never returned for a proper sequel to the acclaimed video game. The closest we got was a 2019 mobile game titled Alien Blackout, which, in fairness, did directly follow up on the plot of the first game, but was hardly the sequel fans had been clamoring for. Yesterday, however, some news came out to coincide with the game's 10th anniversary. A message from creative director Al Hope appeared on social media that sparked hope within us all. Here's what he had to say. To our fans around the world, it's hard to believe that it has been 10 years since we embarked on our journey with the release of Alien Isolation. When we started developing Alien Isolation, we had one guiding principle, to create a truly authentic experience that went back to the roots of the Alien franchise. A new story capturing the atmosphere and terror of the original 1979 movie masterpiece. It's been nothing short of incredible to witness your passion for the game over the years and see it reach so many players around the world. Your boundless enthusiasm, excitement, screams, and steely courage in the face of cinema's greatest killer have been profoundly rewarding. Whether you're a Nightmare Mode veteran or stepping into Amanda Ripley's shoes for that thrilling first attempt, good luck. We wanted to express our deep gratitude. It was a dream project brought to life by a brilliant team, and the reception you have given it over the years is extraordinary. On the 10th anniversary, it seems only fitting to let you know that we have heard your distress calls loud and clear. Today, I'm delighted to confirm, on behalf of the team, that a sequel to Alien Isolation is in early development. We look forward to sharing more details with you when we're ready. Once again, thank you. Until next time, Al Hope, Creative Director, Alien Isolation. There you have it, as official news as you can possibly get. It really looks like it's happening. I hope, at least. I don't want to be a spoil sport, but I do know the video game industry can be a cruel beast. Part of me doesn't want to get my hopes up too high until the game is literally released and in my library. We all know how things can go wrong in the industry, and how good games can get buried mercilessly. That said, I'll keep a mostly positive outlook. I'll allow myself to get excited. And who knows what kind of exciting ideas may have already been in development over the past 10 years. You certainly can't accuse this of being a rushed-out sequel, and hopefully whatever they may have planned will make it worth all the excruciating wait. It's still in early development, so obviously they haven't given anything away just yet, but it could go any number of ways. I think a lot of fans would be perfectly happy to have another spaceship or space station experience, keeping to the tried and true. If done right, and differently enough to justify itself, it could be another great game, taking all the best elements from the original and building upon them. Others have suggested that the logical next step in a sequel would be following a cue from Aliens, by having the setting take place in a colony, not unlike Hadley's Hope. You could maybe introduce a little more weaponry that way, but making it more realistic in the vein of a survival horror game, where every bullet counts and it's not just mindless shooting with seemingly endless ammo. I could picture that working extremely well. Imagine setting up sentry guns and helplessly watching as the ammo dwindles. That could make for some very tense gameplay. Personally, I wouldn't mind a prison environment, like Fury 161. I think that could also work very well. Aside from gameplay, though, one thing to keep in mind is just how much things have developed since Amanda Ripley first got her own story with that first game. A lot has happened to her since then, story-wise, and I wonder how exactly they would place this story in the overall series of events. Or if they would acknowledge the books or comics at all. Then again, there's no actual golden rule that Amanda Ripley has to return for the sequel. I think she should. I think we've connected with her on a very strong level and we want to play as that character again. But they could also pull a big surprise by introducing a brand new character that perhaps we may fall equally in love with. The future is unsure. Who knows what may be ahead of us? But it's exciting news. I know it's going to be a hard wait, but by all accounts, it is coming. An Alien Isolation sequel does, in fact, await us. I'm curious to know what you think. Should Amanda Ripley return, or should they bring in a new character? What should the setting be? And generally, what would you most like to see out of this sequel? Comment below and share your thoughts. As always, I'd like to thank you very much for watching today. I'll be keeping up with news about this sequel as it becomes available and all other areas of the Alien universe. I'll see you next time, and until then, this is Alien Theory, signing off.